Let's talk about it. It's another excerpt of the NBA is fixed. It's the NFL is fixed. Let's get some honest opinion.
This is a no-brainer. Like, I understand we do weird things with wide receivers. They made Chris Carter wait, which I'm not just saying this because he's my friend and a coworker. That was an embarrassment. Yeah. When he retired, he had the second most touchdowns of anyone ever, and they're like, you got to wait a couple years. That's stupid. Yeah, but it's also stupid when you make T.O. wait. And there was a guy that went on the ballot, when T.O. went on the ballot, no one ever would have said, make him wait. They were the same guys. We can put up the numbers. They were both top 3 at their position in yards. They were both top 3 at their position in touchdowns.
At the time.
They both had major off-field controversies. One is Terrell Owens. Who's the other guy? No doubt Hall of Famer. None other than Brett Farve. Nobody said Farve has to wait. Farve sending pictures of his genitals to coworkers. Farve won't mentor Aaron Rodgers. Farve is holding the Packers hostage 3 years in a row. He's orchestrating a move to New York, then out of New York into Minnesota. But everyone said, but he was so great, you got to put him in. T.O.'s doing sit-ups in the driveway and very, very mean to Jeff Garcia and Donovan McNabb. You still got to put him in the Hall of Fame. And if we're truly being fair, if you are ranking all-time wide receivers, T.O. is 2, 3, or 4, depending on your preference.
He's way up there.
If you're ranking all-time quarterbacks,
3.
Favre ain't 2, 3, or 4.
All-time yards.
Ain't no chance.
I'm not even.
Favre is like 6 through 10.
Dude, I could argue Rodgers is better. He's not the best Packer quarterback ever.
I would agree with you. And so, one guy is higher in the pantheon of his position. They both have almost identical records. But one guy, for some reasons that we don't have to discuss at the moment,
he's
but
black.
Loyal listeners and viewers probably know where I'm going with this.
He's black.
One guy was beloved by the media. He was everyone's good old boy. And he throws those interceptions because he wants to win so badly. The other guy does sit-ups in a driveway, plays a Super Bowl on a flippin' broken leg and is the best player on the field. Like, wait, T.O. Wait, T.O.
All right. This is on Colin Hurd. And you guys got a point. Listen, as somebody who used to watch T.O., okay, for one, let's do this. For one, T.O. is number 1 when it comes to yards after the catch. There has been nobody in the receiving arena who has done that better than him. As soon as he catches that ball, T.O. has been known to drag you down the field. His strength is on par with a running back or a defensive back or something like that. He's crazy, and he's still built like that. Listen, the last time Terrell Owens tried out for the NFL was I think 2 years ago, and the only reason why he did not make it in the trials was not because of his speed, was not because of he couldn't keep up with any player. He still had moves and everything. His workouts is ridiculous. It was because of his eyesight. It's the one muscle he couldn't, group of muscles he could not exercise correctly. So when the ball was coming at him, he could not register to catch the ball fast like a younger person can. And it really showed his age. He's almost 40, I guess. But I'm not sure about it. Somebody check on that for me. But it showed his age, and when he went up against a younger player, the younger player was able to just, was able to beck him the ball just pretty much, and he just could not catch the ball because he couldn't see the passes coming out of faster. Now, when you get into that, you got to understand that the ball is moving at 29, 30 miles an hour, sometimes. And some quarterbacks have been so strong, like Jim McMahon. Some quarterbacks have been so strong that when they release that ball and the receiver would catch it, it's been known to snap their wrist. Some quarterbacks can literally knock you over with a pass. They're just that strong. Their muscles, a group of muscles, has just been developed to just fire a rocket at you. And as we get stronger, as people are using, drugs to enhance their ability, if you have not played in a couple years and then you get out there, the game changes because of the speed of the game. So this is why T.O. was not able to get on any team. It's just because he couldn't exercise his eyesight in order to register the ball fast enough and catch the ball. I'm going to tell you something. If he didn't have that issue, he'd probably still be playing today. I mean, he'd had one of the longest standing careers. Like Marcus Hyland was like 40. He was in it for like 14 years. I mean, and Smith, who just left the game. That's it for him. I mean, and come on. So nobody was as good as T.O. after the catch, point blank. And it's the only reason why they don't have him in the Hall of Fame is simply because the people who are inducting people in the Hall of Fame, they just don't like him. And he's a black man. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And that's probably the way they feel. You know what I mean? I mean, they made Chris Carter wait. I mean, did you make Johnny Unitas wait? I mean, come on, he had issues. You know, they all have issues, people. Everybody's got issues. Like, get out of here. So, that's what I got to say about that. Listen, I did like Brett Favre. Uh, his the, uh, off, I mean, when he wasn't playing, I mean, he had his issues. Sending your genitals to your teammates, I think that was more just like a joke, you know what I mean? Or whatever, but nonetheless, kind of a sick joke. I don't want to see that. Nonetheless, he had issues. He did hold the NFL in suspense for 3 years, and that's before he went to the Vikings. And I think he bombed at the Vikings, and that was it. So, I don't know. I like both players, and I just think they need to cut it out. There's just so much racism in this world. It's ridiculous. T.O.'s a third. I mean, he's a third all-time receiver, and that's just that. And nobody can dispute that. It's your boy Tone 202. Peace.